Yes, there's certainly a bit more to come, and it's underway because the ball tapped down by Stewart for Corio immediately at the centre bounce. He follows up at ground level, can't pick it up. Nichols tackled high. Umpire has there's a little bit of a how do you do off the ball. There's a couple of players there in looks like Tar in the ruck and trying to ruffle Stewart a bit, but hasn't happened so far. As Stewart gets the big tap down, high tackle on that occasion, and it's on. No, the umpire...
no, he's going to call the ball up. And just interesting, Grigor just started loose man in defence to start the second half.
That's pretty negative, isn't it? So Stewart again, tap down to Nichols. Nichols looked to handball, but then the left foot goes towards half forward. Looks like Martin back in the defensive half, and I think Dale suggested that's where he plays his best footy. Handball to Grigic, as Pricey said, the loose man defence. But I tell you what, you can't drop chest marks and continue because the ball picked up there by Ferguson, goes to Clifford. Clifford at half forward for Corio, takes the chest mark, quickly round towards full forward Werner, far too fast for overall. Beautiful lead, lovely kick to position, and Scotty Werner, perhaps he's going to start the second half like he started the first, because he's got a mark 40 metres out, near enough to directly in front, and the opportunity for first score of the second half. 10-6 leads 6-4, the half-time score here, and Werner now for Corio. Moves in. Left footer. That's not a bad looking approach. It's not a bad looking kick. The umpire's moved across. I don't think he's moved too far. And Scotty Werner has now kicked his fifth goal. Ball now in the middle once again. Up it goes. Stewart read it better than Tar. Followed through. Gets the kick quickly to half forward. Now it's in the hands of Grigic and perhaps playing a little closer to where Paul Price has indicated. He gets the kick across to Moreland. So Moreland now out wide. Negative for Belpost-Hill, but he found Martin. Here's a chance here for Keys. He intercepts the footy but can't go on with it. Comes to... That was Carter for Belpost-Hill. Goes towards half forward to full forward. It's at ground level. Corio desperately defending. They haven't been able to get it out so far. Belpost-Hill very keen to get a score now. There's a whistle on play. Umpire's going to come in. I think felt the ball wasn't coming out. A bit congested, so the ball will be put in the air. Just in a moment, we'll have scores of all other games as the ball goes toward the boundary, and that's where it is over. On the full.
Cancels 3-3. They trail Anarchy, who are 12-9. North Geelong 8-14. They lead Winchelsea 2-1. And Thompson 11-2. They lead Bannockburn 4-2.
So the free kick taken there by May and Misty.
Yes, Matty Cullen coming on for Corio, Matthew Wade going off.
So ball back in the centre of the ground. This time Stewart does the work and gets it down, but May has intercepted the ball, goes forward quickly, and Fursland on a strong lead comes out, takes a mark, goes quickly, looking for Kevko right in the forward line. Oh, good strong mark up in front, and the ball is, as I said, it's a good strong mark, and the player there is Kevko taking the mark 20 metres out from goal, slight angle. And on his kicking in the first half, you would think that this is also a great opportunity for the Belpost-Hill side just to draw that little bit closer early in the third quarter.
Pricey Fursland into the forward half, a good move for Belpost-Hill. I think he's more productive there than the back.
Yeah, and it's certainly, he's put some life into it. There's some movement in there.
So Kavko comes in, 30 metres out, kicks through the ball. It's got enough height on the ball, and it's gone through for a goal. So Belpost-Hill with 2.
8-4, plays 11-6, last 2 goals to Belpost-Hill. This time the tap down came from Stewart to Nichols. He's tackled. Ball went to Barry O'Toole. He's tripped in the eyes of the umpire. Belpost-Hill players not comfortable with that, but he's got the free kick. Comes out wide toward the western side. The lead was from Clifford. Clifford in front of the face takes the overhead mark. Decides now to go back into the corridor. The lead come there from Feldman, but you can't mark him from behind. And the mark easily taken there by Popovsky. And there's a 50-metre penalty again. Don't know whether something was said or what the problem was there, but it's a 50-metre penalty all the same. So might have been words because...
No, I think it was Harvey anticipating he was going to play on before the umpire actually called him off. But there's a difference. Every player from Corio that's given away a 50-metre or downfields comes straight off the ground, whereas Belpost-Hill has them at the minute.
Yeah, so obviously that's a rule of the club. If you give a 50-metre penalty, you come off. But in the meantime, the ball was taken by Kazuna, handball to Moreland, who was running probably the easy shot for goal. And he's missed it. So opportunity gone begging there for Belpost Hill. They had the opportunity with the 50-metre penalty. They've only got a behind out of it. 8 goals, 5.53. They trail Corio 11.672. Smith's Holden, third quarter scoreboard, 7 minutes gone.
And a quick change for Belpost Hill with Sean Baskins coming on, Lee McAuliffe going off.
Ball's been brought back into play, but it's been intercepted there just on the half-forward line by Bott. He's slung to the ground, and a free kick will result. So Matt Bott from outside 50 has the ball. So don't be careful, they'll give up another 50 here, the Corio side. So Nathan Lewis gets himself off the ground, gives the ball back to Bott. So play about to restart. Looking to move the ball quickly, does so now, goes short, finds Moreland, but Martin's told him to leave the ball alone. He takes possession, outside 50, swings, goes long towards the pocket. Kazina over the top, good strong mark by Eloise Kazina. And another bloke that's played back early has gone forward, and Kazina from 30 metres out. Slight angle will go back this time, I think, and have a shot on goal.
Being a former defender, Dale, you and I both, I would have thought one fist from one player should have gone into that footy, not one of them.
Yeah, he's probably lucky there. They're coming in through the middle of the pack. He had the perfect sit and the player in front, but no one strong enough over the back. So Eloise Casino, a good strong mark overhead any time of the day, and he's now got a chance to bring Belpost Hill a little bit closer, and they've made a couple of inroads into it. This could be an important kick. Kazina comes in, stabs at the ball, nice looking kick off the boot. It's gone through for a goal. That's his first for the afternoon. Gregic still playing that loose man in defence. Tar up against Stewart. Stewart this time knocks the ball forward. Potter coming off the half-forward line, gets the handball across to Bartolo. He goes wide and finds Keys. Keys slung him, but he releases the ball. But a free kick will result, and John Keys, free kick, centre wing. So Keys now with the ball, holds fine wide. He's seen him now, goes to that player, has time to steady. Will now look forward, has Ferguson by himself. That player's ignored, looking to go short again, but no players moving. Now he does. Stewart, the biggest bloke on the ground, by himself in metres, tries to get around Martin, gives the handball off to Cullen. Cullen goes back to Holstein, goes wide, and it's going to go backwards to where we first started, and Nevada Cornwall takes the mark, plays on quickly, goes towards the half-forward line. Clifford leading strongly out, takes the mark, plays on. It's called so to do by the umpire. Goes to Potter, but Martin getting back, puts the ball to ground. Bartolo with the ball, runs towards goal, shoots on goal, and Bartolo, not a big goal kicker in his career, but that's his third of the afternoon. Corio's 12th, and now
third quarter, Stewart, Tar, both go for the footy. Stewart gets a tap down, probably shared it actually. Goes to Bartolo, he's tackled high again. And Bartolo in the middle of he's done a fantastic job on Nathan Lewis. Nathan Lewis had no impact on the game. Bartolo out wide to Cullen. Cullen now takes his time, measures the kick, long into the full forward area. Gee, there's players to burn back there. Grigic from behind takes a strong mark at the back of the pack. Goes out wide looking for Dixon. Terrific work. Ferguson made good ground. Handball over the top two. Holes fine. Here goes Goldwood. Would be a very good goal from that angle if he gets it. But the mark taken last line of defence by Grigic. And now there's a whistle that would nearly have to be 50 metres. Lee Clifford certainly wasn't letting go. And you'd almost call that a professional free kick, wouldn't you?
Certainly isn't. Ferguson isn't quite right. Like, it was a great dash, but he's pulled up a little bit sore in one of the legs.
Yeah, so now the 50-metre penalty takes Lee Clifford back to the defensive side of the centre square. Out wide with a handball, Grigic to Martin. Martin out wide finds his teammate in Moreland. Moreland now back to the middle of the ground. He's got players galore. Martin's run on. Poor defence there by Corio. In fact, Lee Clifford's coming off the ground when maybe he should have been looking to his opponent. Now, there's no 50 on that occasion where Holzfeld took the mark, was immediately flattened. Now he's been caught playing on. Handballs comes out to Lewis. Lewis now. Quick kick off a step into the full forward area. Kazuna picks it up round on the left foot. Doesn't kick too many in the left foot, I don't think. And great defence there by the Corio players from Anderson. A long punch out of defence, but the ball's ended up in the arms of May. He's at 50, takes the mark, goes inside 50, and the mark taken by, who was that I couldn't see, from about four players in front. It looks like Travis Fursland, was it? Carter. He's kicked the goal, a fantastic effort, so we'll give it to Carter at this point in time until we're proven different.
The second forward played loose.
Lee Clifford just there for Corio, coming back on after a short spell. Kane Hayes coming off.
And ball's been moved quickly into the Corio forward line, picked up by Popovsky, goes over the top of Nichols by handball, finds Grigic, has player there short, and that would be Bott. So Bott to half back flank, plays on now. May tells him to go, steadies Hall, poor kick off the boot, heading towards the boundary line, and that's out in the full, and that's poor disposal there. So Corio with the ball back in their hands have chance to centre the ball up. Barry O'Toole takes the mark. Takes a step, told to go back by the umpire. So picked up there by Fantella. Plays on there, O'Toole goes towards centre half forward. Martin gets a hand on the ball. Lewis knocks it forward, goes to Moreland. Moreland with hands, goes towards Martin, back to Moreland. Follows up nicely, has the ball, looks to steady. Oh, he's hot there, but he gets around the player. Don't know where he knew he was coming, but a nice looking kick. Finds May by himself in space. Cavco leads again. Poor kick by the coach going forward, but Casina read that beautifully, flew across the back of the pack and has taken a nice mark just outside the square.
That might be the match-winning move, Pricey.
Well, yeah, it's working at the minute. And once again, it was able, Casina's probably jumped over 4 Corio blokes. They've just stood there and actually either spectated or, a couple of them thought, I'll mark this ball. Where if you're playing that deep in defence, maybe you're better off
Casina's marked the ball 20 metres out directly in front and twice given a handball. The first time he had to go back, second time he's put pressure on player under pressure with the ball. That's
so May missed the shot actually, so it's under behind.
Anyway, I don't know if there's that much faith in the player with the ball, but I would have definitely gone back and had a shot, and I think most people would from that position.
You'd be disappointed if you're a Bell Post Hill backman then, to work your backside off and get the ball down there, to have it wasted like that. You've got to start rewarding your on-ballers and backmen and start kicking those goals.
So it took Bell Post to 10-6-66, they trial Corio 12-6-78. Smith's holding the third quarter scoreboard. Almost 15 minutes gone as we...
So players now start to move, give him options up forward. But it goes back. Stewart's going to be the eventual target, and he goes long and wide. Stewart puts himself in front, uses his body. Tar does well to get the ball to the ground level. Picked up by Lewis. He swings round the right foot. This is not without his distance here. Kicks on goal. Long kick. Back to the square. Going back is Cavco. He can't take the mark. It's rushed through for another behind to the Bell Post Hill side. They move to 10 goals 7. Still they come. Corio 12 goals 6. And 15.5 minutes gone, third quarter, Smith's Holden scoreboard.
You look at the trees, Pricey, perhaps blown up a little bit, maybe favouring that northern end.
Could be, ball might be carrying a little bit, but one thing that was impressive there was Bell Post Hill just making a contest with Stewart, then get the ball to ground, and then they're a 50-50 chance.
So the ball's come back into play through Cornwall. It's gone only as far as Justin Tar. Now he's well within range here. He's going to be inside 50, kicked from right on 50, I'd imagine. But a great opportunity for Bell Post Hill to bring themselves to within a goal of the Corio side. So they've worked very hard. They've got results. Probably should have been a step closer with that last kick from Casina, but chance to make amends right here. Tar comes in, crosses over 50, kicks from just beyond that point. Comes off the side of the boot. Not a good-looking kick. It's gone through for a minor score. And it's the Bell Post Hill side. Probably when they need goals, they need to have those players kick them. And it's usually a good kick. So it's 10 goals 8 now, Bell Post Hill, to 12 goals 6, Corio.
So Feldman takes the kick in, finds Cullen in the back pocket. Now they're just trying to retain possession, Corio, as they go a longer kick outside 50. Stewart, middle of the pack, takes the mark. Quick handball to Keys, who's running. Keys now towards Clifford, who's les forward. That's got to be a free kick if the umpires are consistent. That's the case. And the free kick now comes back to Lee Clifford. Clifford now on true centre wing. Thought about going to the middle. He's called the play on. Gee, that was too easy. Round the man the mark. Not a good kick. It's inside forward 50. Numbers back there with Bell Post Hill. Barry O'Toole shepherded out of the contest. But they're still there at ground level, Corio. They're working very hard as Keys along the ground to Barry O'Toole. But it's kicked off the ground on in the quarter. 10-8 Bell Post. Corio 12-6. So... back right in the game as the boundary umpire, 5 metres from the behind post, puts the ball in. Knocked down by Werner for Corio. Tried to kick it off the ground. There was Baskin. He can't get it clear. Ball thrown out then. Got away with it for Bell Post Hill. But the kick is not so good. It's out of bounds on the full kick. And outside 50. Goes long to the head of the goal square. That's where it needs to be. In there is Barry O'Toole. But off hands, it is through for behind. That's their first score for a while, Corio. But they move to 12-7-79. They lead Bell Post Hill 10-8-68. Smith's Holden, third quarter scoreboard, 18 minutes gone.
So Lewis has the ball, plays on, goes short. and comes out looking for Bott. Bott takes the mark, doesn't let him down. Goes in short now. May's made good position. Takes the ball backward of the half-back flank. Goes towards the true centre half-forward position. Feldman, Casina behind. Ball's knocked to the ground. Good work by Anderson. Follows up. Gets the handball. Goes wide. Looking for Keys. Doesn't get the half-volley pick-up, but still over the top of the ball. Carter does well to hold the ball up. Allows the Bell Post Hill players to get numbers at the ball. Lewis picks the ball up. Goes backwards. Looking for McAuliffe. He can't pick it up. Ball's come forward. Fans in the hands of McIlvaney. Goes forward now with Carter. Carter has the ball, has time to steady, takes a bounce, looks forward for the movement, sees it now, kick towards Casino. He's their target, can't take the mark behind Kavko, but cleaned up there by the player in Hinch. He handballs to Cullen. Cullen short to Stewart, and Stewart steadies things down at centre half back. Now brings the ball wide to the centre wing. In front, and Clifford takes the mark. Baskin late on the tackle, no 50. Umpire just calls him back on the mark. So Lee Clifford moving well across half-forward flank in this third quarter. Has option, goes short. Feldman's made space for himself. Looks to play on now, does so. Another nice kick in front of Werner. Werner, hard to stop those sort of kicks coming in with a bloke like that. And Scotty Werner doesn't let him down. Takes a strong mark, 25 to 30 metres out, 45-degree angle. So Scotty Werner has 5. We'll go back and line up for number 6.
Lined him up in the point post, I think.
Yeah, I'm not too sure whether he knows which one it is, but anyway, it might be one post, the nearest post he's lined him up with. But Scotty Werner, well within distance, comes in. We'll watch the flight of the ball here. We're right behind it. Good kick off the boot, swings with the flight. Has it gone through? He's happy with it. Umpire says it's okay. It's his 6, and Corio
Gets us underway again. Stewart, once again, gets the ball forward. There's quite a bit going on off the ball between May and Barry O'Toole, I noticed there as they in my eye, but the ball's kicked into the forward 54, Bell Post Hill. Corio tried to get it out. The little handball went to, that was Ruck. He's gets a handball to Anderson. Anderson gets it across to Ferguson. Ferguson the 1-2 to Stewart, then to Hayes. And Corio come away with the footy. Jed Potter lopes after the footy towards our broadcast point. Does well, keeps the ball in and continues to keep it in. Players Tar, biggest man, tackle the littlest man, I think. But the ball comes out to Dixon by hand. Dixon the kick towards half forward. And it's a good mark low down to McIlvaney for the Bell Post Hill side. Kicked it to nobody. Coming through, Matty Cullen kicks it to wide open spaces. Barry O'Toole. Oh, it's got to be a free kick to Barry O'Toole. Going for the mark, and Mark Harvey thinking about playing on. Umpire said no, that's not on. So in the centre of the ground, Barry O'Toole, the free kick, push in the back. A lot of players for Bell Post Hill now pushed into space, but here comes Werner on the lead. Go the other way, Lee Clifford. Good work there by Baskin. Gets the ball to ground. Clifford follows up well, however. Holes found at ground level. He gets the footy, handball to nobody. Harvey doesn't go perhaps as hard as he should have, and the ball taken too easily there by Moreland. Out wide and into the arms there of Carter. Carter, whoops, the handball's gone astray, but he butters up. Picks it up, Carter for Bell Post Hill. Towards half forward, Kazuna again in front, has a second bite, can't get hold of the footy, but on hands and knees gets the ball. It's flicked out for Bell Post Hill. They retain possession because the handball's come out to Carter, has a bounce, now a shocking kick, and it's straight into the arms there of Hinch at centre half back. 13-7 Corio play Bell Post Hill, 10-8, 23 minutes gone, third quarter.
Ball goes back to centre wing, and Cornwall takes the mark, plays on, goes forward again, this time looking and finding Clifford up in front, but maybe a spoil there from Grigg. Had seen the ball go over the boundary line and to be thrown back into play. McClure against Clifford. Both players work hard to get position, front position. Over the top will be Moreland, gets the ball to the front of the contest. Picked up there by McAuliffe, able to swing round, kicks the ball, going forward, looking for Lewis, coming the other way, and I think it's player there in front.
Make sure all players are off the ground, all the people are off the ground.
I thought the pony stopped when there was a stretcher to be called, wasn't there? So now being placed on the stretcher, is he, or are they going to carry him up the race?
Doesn't weigh that much. You could nearly carry him.
That's been the case today.
So we'll be looking for a bit of a spell, I think. But Stewart works his way, gets the ball to the back of the pack. Holzfien runs onto the ball, chased down by Moreland from behind. Can't pick him up. Goes in the hands of Clifford, springs round, kicks the ball long, goes to the hot spot. Barry O'Toole reads the fly of the ball a lot better than Popovsky. And Barry O'Toole, from about 25, 30 metres out, goes short and finds. No, he doesn't. He got there, but the umpire has paid the mark, and that's Kane Hayes. He's taken the mark only 20 metres out from goal. So Kane Hayes, not a difficult angle.
Paid the free kick, the umpire signified there.
Oh, did he?
Whack on the arm.
As I said, I'd hate to be a backman in today's football. So Hayes, not a difficult shot from goal, comes in, kicks on goal, will go across the front of the goal square and through for a minor score. His first blemish of the afternoon. Now 13 goals, 8 Corio. They lead Bellpost Hill by 3 goals, who are 10 goals, 8. And Lewis does the kicking in, comes wide. It's maybe too wide. He's looking for Bott. Has he taken the mark inside the field of plate?
No. Off fingers.
Off fingers. Out of bounds to be thrown. McClure tries to get front spot, goes backwards. Moreland's able to get foot on the ball, goes to O'Toole, picks the ball up, tries to shrug through players. Good strong tackle. He's been called for holding the ball. And Bellpost Hill through Chris Moreland's have the free kick. Now it's going to Bott. So Bott now goes back to Moreland, switches play, goes into centre half back and finds Popovsky. He plays on, gets around, comes back to the same side of the ground now. Short kick, not good. Handley does well to trap the ball. Able a bit high in the tackle, stands up, gets the ball out, holds Fiend, does well at ground level, kicks the ball forward. Bellpost Hill players chasing the ball down, but good pace there from Werner. Gets to the contest first, sees the ball over the boundary line, and we'll see Corio.
3/4 time would suggest Stewart there. That does the rucking. Ball in front of the pack, holes fine, attacked pretty high, but the ball has come clear, picked up Bartolo, round the body. That's a very lucky kick, I suppose, because it's fallen into the arms of Troy Feldman. He's just outside forward 50, nobody in the goal square, decides to chip to the lead there of Billy Nichols. He can't mark in amongst 4 opponents, but good work there by Hayes. It puts pressure on, and there's a terrible kick dive. Dale, you might get a possession there. There's the ball out of bounds on the full. And the mark taken by, at least the free kick taken by Hinch. Hinch now runs on. That's a shocking kick also. And that's intercepted by McCauliffe for Bellpost Hill. Over to, that was Lewis by hand. His kick is smothered off the boot. Comes back to Lewis. There's some pressure here on the half forward flank for Corio as the siren sounds.